Alright everybody, this is a very impromptu video. I apologize for all the background noise. I got the furnace running, I got the fan on. But above all that noise, I heard some water trickling over here, and I just did a water change in this tank tonight. I just put new filters in it, and the water I was hearing was coming from the filter, which gave me the indication that perhaps it was clogged, the filters were clogged, and it was backflowing. So that seemed a little strange since I just changed the filters this evening. So I came over and checked, and I always say never miss the opportunity to drive home a point. So today I'm going to show you what my biofilters look like. Now I'm going to try to do this with one hand, but it's going to be fairly difficult. In a few minutes we're going to go over to my washing machine where I do all my testing and things like that, and we're going to try something new tonight. We're going to use my GoPro on my head strap, and we're going to try to do a P.O.V. cam of me cleaning these, and I'm going to show you how I clean my biofilters. So let me get one of these pulled out here a little bit, and we'll see if we can get a better look at just how gunky and thick this actually is. I don't want to pull it all the way out because I don't want it dripping, but I do want it to sit out like that. So you can see that is really funky and nasty. So we're going to go look at how I clean this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to probably look at a different tank, and we're just going to have a little bit of a discussion where it's a little quieter, and we're going to talk about biofiltration a little bit and why I need to clean this and how to clean it properly without doing a lot of damage to your tank. So let's hope the head cam thing works, and hopefully we'll get a neat video over at the testing station. From time to time when we're doing our filter maintenance, we actually have to do filter maintenance, and we have to get in there and actually look at the tubing and the pipes, and then eventually we have to clean our biomedia. So if you have a hang on the back filter, this little thing here, and it's just a sponge that fits into this housing, this is your biofiltration. It's not a mechanical filter, and it's not designed to trap debris and detritus in your tank. It's designed to provide surface area for nitrifying bacteria to live. So you need to allow those bacterial cultures to grow in here. You don't want to do a lot to these filters. You don't want to scrub them a lot. You don't want to rinse them out a lot. But the important thing is you need water to be able to flow through them in order to come in contact with the bacteria that's growing in it. So occasionally they do get so gunky that we need to clean them out a little, but you don't want to destroy the cultures that are in there. So with my water, this is also important, we're using my water that I know does not have any chlorine or anything dangerous in it. So this is not killing these bacterial cultures. If this was tap water and I had city water and there was chlorine or something, then, you know, if that's your case, then treat for it, because these are single-celled organisms we're dealing with here, and they can die very easily if they're exposed even to small amounts of chlorine, or especially chloramine. I was actually just speaking with somebody tonight about chloramine in their tap water, and that's some really bad stuff. So we'll do a video about the difference between chlorine and chloramine another time. Right now, I'm just trying to give you an idea of how I clean one of these filter sponges. So we're getting there. It doesn't have to be crystal clean. This stuff is actually just filter material that's kind of stuck to it over time from being pressed in there together so much. Again, nothing I'm really worried about. I really just want to make it so that water will flow freely through here without completely stripping the bacterial cultures out. So you can see the water's running through there pretty good, and I'm going to call that good on this one, and then we'll have to do the same thing here. And again, just make sure you give it a good squeeze to get anything loose in the middle that would actually be blocking the water flow through the center, because that's the important part. It really does have to flow through this, not around and over it, but it really does have to move through this sponge. So as long as you've got it opened up enough that water can move through it, it's clean enough. You don't want to strip these things completely clean. So there you go. We're going to go put them back in the tank, and everything should be running just fine. Now this is actually full of good stuff. As nasty as that looks, that's almost entirely nitrifying bacteria. If you were to pour that into another tank to get it started, you'd be giving quite a boost to the nitrifying bacterial colonies in your new tank. So we're going to go back over, we're going to get these reinstalled, and we'll take one last look at the tank. Alright everybody, we're back here at the tank, and I want to keep the head cam on so I have both hands free, but the lighting is very poor over here, so I'm going to set the flashlight down in hopes that it will still give us enough light to video by, but I want to show you how I reinstall these filters in case this is something you have to do in your tank. My filter pads themselves are simply nothing more complicated than a piece of batting that I wrap around one of these frames, and if it's already in place, you'll wind up just jamming this and getting it stuck. So I pull it most of the way out, lay them in together, and then just slide them in at the same time, and you shouldn't have any issue with it doing it that way. If I were to just simply try to jam this in, it would get hung up on this filter and make it very difficult to do. So you just pull it out about halfway, put them together, and then you slide it back in neatly, and you're done. So then you put the lid back on, and that filter is now up and running. And of course you're going to get a little bit of disturbance and debris in the tank as things move around and settle in. So there you go. Let me know what you think about this camera and this point of view, and if that was helpful, and if you liked seeing things from my point of view when I'm doing stuff and working on the tanks, let me know, and I can certainly do some more point of view type videos with tank maintenance or filter changes, water changes, that sort of thing. So give me your opinion, let me know in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed this one. As always, I would ask you to please subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you real soon on the next one. Thanks.